thing. Wake up.
Hello, everyone. It's April time. I have no words for the fact that it's April time. Like, where the hell is the time going? However, I am so pleased and honored to introduce you to someone I hold really high up in my list of people I admire and respect. And I'm so humbled and excited that you're here today.
Thank you so much.
Honestly.
I'm also so excited to be here and I'm so proud of you. Yes.
Well, let's give people some context. So
Yes.
first off, we are here with Cristina Lazic.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Cristina is, I would call her a very good friend of mine. We met through a mutual friend, Robin Ballier. Shout out Robin Ballier in LA.
Ciao, Robin.
So Cristina was in a group that Robin has set up a while ago, and then you did a shout out for your the academy you were just starting, and we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
And then I was at the beginning of my DJ career, and I wasn't quite sure what the hell I was doing and where to start. And then Cristina sorted me out, basically. So yeah.
No, I gave you some tools which, you have put into practice and
You
you've done
did.
the work. Yes.
It's true. It's true. This combination was just perfect. And honestly, it's you offered so much. You're really generous. You are someone I admire because you're not a gatekeeper. You're someone who genuinely gives and cares. And especially for someone who's as successful in music as you are a really big role model for me, and I'm sure for other people that have the best intentions and best values. So
Thank you. But this is what makes my life. If I can help others and I can see them, succeeding too, I'm just happy. So it's a pleasure for me, really.
see what I mean? It's so epic. Cristina, let's start a little bit. So I know you've done a few interviews recently, and I want to focus on some things that were less covered in other interviews. Firstly, your identity as a musician. Let's talk about your genre. Let's talk about what you're cultivating. I would also love to talk about the business side and all the things that you're doing. And also, because we have a big Flinta audience, what your experience is like as a woman in the industry, and things that you maybe have seen change for the better, and some of the things you'd like to see change, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's start with you and your music.
Of course. Well, so I'm a DJ and producer from Italy, as you can hear from my accent. Yeah. We were just chatting offline before about the fact that though my DJ surname comes from my husband's surname, who is Serbian, so many people write to me in like Serbian or Croatian, thinking that I'm, from the region.
Yeah.
But I'm Italian. I mean, I speak now a bit of Serbian, but Italian,
respect
fully
for
Italian
you for
from
speaking a bit
Milan.
of Serbian. Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
I like to learn other cultures and I really feel attached to the Balkans. I know you're also from the Balkans. It's one of my favorite regions in the world. There is so much energy there. So DJ and producer, and now I'm also the founder of this music project called Lazic, spelled exactly like Lazic, but it's two words, which stands for La Musique in French.
Love it.
Because in French slang, Lazic, like people use it as a way to say the music is good, like Lazic is good. Yeah.
Nice.
So I was thinking it's a nice way to call a music project because it's all about the music.
I love that.
Yeah. So Lazic is about a record label,
Yes.
but also this artist development program, which you have been part of, yes, which comprises a course and workshops and coaching for DJs who maybe are, want to understand a bit better how the industry works, how to build a story around what they do, how to just understand a few, tricks to navigate this jungle of the music industry.
Yeah.
Yes, and about my music genre. So yes, I'm very proud to say that I am, female DJ that plays a genre that has historically been male-dominated, which is minimal.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming back, by the way, because Richie Otwin said, a few weeks ago, there is transitioning back to minimal, which makes me very happy.
Good.
So it's a music genre that I discovered actually here in London.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So when I came here in 2005, I was just, teenager. Yeah. And I was like, what is this music? And I was going to Fabric, to all the clubs like here in East London. And that's where I fell in love with this music genre. And I think there is a beauty in that because first of all, I feel that it can be evergreen. It's not a trend. Yeah. And also I've always found the pleasure into the details and the less is more kind of philosophy of life.
Love that.
And I see that also in minimal music.
Nice.
So as you see it in fashion, and I come from a city, Milan, which is like, known as the capital of fashion. And you have some brands that are pretty minimalistic, like, I don't know, Armani or Prada. And you see so much class and elegance in that, even if it's about less is more. I feel the same about music and minimal music. Yes.
It all comes
so
together,
it doesn't need to be too complicated, too colorful, too much. It can be beautiful and classy and elegant, even if it's minimalistic. So that's the kind of music I make and I play. And I was, all of my life influenced by, artists in this genre like Luciano, Villalobos, I don't know, Gabriela Nanda, of course, Richie Otwin. And now, of course, it has, evolved.
Yes.
And I've also got influenced by the kind of progressive type of vibe of the 90s and early 2000s.
Beautiful.
And that's what you find in my sound. You find a blend of minimal and a bit of melodic, progressive stuff. Yeah.
Love it. And you and I have a lot in common. So aside from the fact that you love the Balkans, thank you very much. And I love the Italians. And I cannot live without cheese, but let's leave that aside. What I would say is we've both I've grown up on minimal because in Romania, minimal is just, it's the, not the Mecca, of course, there's minimal all over the world, but minimal in Romania is a religion almost.
Yes.
It's huge. It's everywhere. It's in the underground. It's in the overground. It's everywhere. And I grew up with it and I love it. I always found it quite elegant, like you say. I found it quite... The build-ups were almost euphoric. Like you wouldn't expect the big bang drop to hit you in the head, which by the way I also like. But like that kind of beautiful build-up, and then it drops at a point where you least expect it, and it's just sublime.
And it's the small details that make the difference. Like people say, this is kind of, it is hypnotic, but some people that don't know about electronic music, they may think that it's quite similar. Actually, there are those details that give it the nice charm, in my opinion.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like fashion.
Yeah, I mean, it's, just, some in the productions also, you have like a hat appearing here and there, some glitch here and there, some small, tiny melodic elements, which if you appreciate, the details, make the difference.
I agree. I totally agree. I was actually listening to a set, which was techno, to be honest, on my way here to film. And I was stuck on this loop. There was this loop of only 4 bars that made the track. I know there was a blend between a loop from the previous track and then the next track. And that loop gave me so much... I was in touch with my emotion. I'm not sure what that emotion was, but it just opened something up in me. And I think that's what music should be about. It should be about you're in touch with yourself. You're in touch with also something bigger than yourself. And it's also such a vehicle to connect people, which makes me think about your academy and your business and how you've connected so many people. I've met so many people through your academy. Maybe let's talk about that a little bit more, how that started.
Of course. Well, it all started quite natural because when I was still working, I have left my kind of corporate 9-to-5 job almost 2 years ago. And that's where a lot of people were reaching out to me, asking me for some advice. So I was kind of mentoring them informally. And then when I left the job, I was like, I think I have this capability to kind of help others and give them directions or, tips, starting from helping them with self-confidence, which is also a big topic for me, by the way, and it's a topic on which I've been working a lot. To the more kind of things that I was doing in my previous job related to marketing. So all about, branding yourself, communicating what you do, building a story around your profile. And when you play music, like, small, strategic and marketing tips that I was giving initially when I was still, doing my job in the free time. I would have chats with other aspiring DJs or even established DJs asking me for advice. So then when I left Google 2 years ago, I was like, what's the thing that is differentiating me? It's this mentoring side of things. And so I built a course, which is how I met you. Yes. So initially I took on like 10, artists that wanted to get some tips, and we did like a bespoke journey with all of them, where we were like, for example, so with you, identifying what were the pain points and the needs they had to, emerge or improve or whatever it was the problems or the issues they were facing. And then I structured it because I saw there was a lot of, demand, and there was an opportunity to build a community of people that, like me, were sharing some things, some pain points.
Yes.
So I was like, let's build a community, which turned out to be an online course.
Yes.
This coaching, which is still continuing, and also workshops that now we're holding. And in all of that, I also met Eric, who is the co-founder of the Lazic Academy.
Yes. Yeah.
He reached out and we were having these kind of conversations. He would help me because he's vinyl only DJing. He has his own vinyl only label, and I didn't know how to launch a label. So he kind of gave me tips there, and I was giving him tips on other fronts. He's also a digital marketer. So even if I come from marketing, I didn't know how to run ads, Google ads. It's funny because I come from Google. Most people are like, how do you run Google ads? I have no idea. I do brand marketing, Yeah. Well, Eric is an expert on that. So we were kind of exchanging ideas and tips, and he is a super, proactive person and very smart. So when the time came to build something a bit more structured, I was like, Eric is the one. So we started this, journey together, and now we have a community, which you're part of, yes, of DJs, and it's growing a lot. Like,
I can see.
And the profiles are really, really, really qualified.
Yes, I can see that.
We have professional DJs that do that full time, but we also have like people, I don't know, the doctor graduated from Harvard,
Yes.
Yeah. We have, consultants. We also have some people from the tech world.
Amazing.
It is really amazing. Yeah.
Oh, what you've created. Because I was there from sort of the beginning. I don't think it was the beginning,
but almost at the beginning.
Pretty at the start.
When there was a structure. Yes. That's when you were.
Honestly,
yes.
You were so structured. So I was on a walking holiday with my dog and my partner. I will never forget that. I was climbing up this hill, completely out of breath. But then we had our call scheduled to speak about what I'm looking for. And I was like, hi, Cristina, so nice to meet you. I'm looking to build my DJ career. And I, at the time when I spoke to you, I didn't know whether I was going to go for it or not. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to speak to her and see what happens. I really connected with your energy. And then I thought, you know what? I need to work with Cristina. I need to see what's going on here. And we then scheduled a set of sessions. And every session you just came so organized. You had a whole pack together. By the end of it, it wasn't like an unstructured conversation of maybe you should consider this and that. It was actually a really structured, and I really operate well with structure because in my head is so chaotic that I need to put it in sort of a table and categorize it. So seeing that just worked really well for me and how I am. And I think your sessions gave me confidence. They gave me honestly, they gave me the confidence that I can do it, but also you broke it down into pieces for me so that I can understand what I need to do. And that's how I got, the photo shoot, the branding, all that.
Amazing. I'm so proud. That's why I started off saying that I'm so proud. Yeah. I always say that MEL is one of the, case study that we talk about people who took the course and are extremely successful. Look at her, yes.
Cristina, thank you so much. You are a force in the industry, and you're a positive force. And
thank you.
I wanted to pick on something you mentioned, which was you are doing that alongside your job, and now you're doing this full time. And I would really like to kind of bring up some of the highlights of your career so far and the success, because you've played in some pretty cool places, including one of your dream festival, right?
Yes, which guess where it is? My dream festival, of course, in Romania, because because when I moved to London when I was 18, then of course I got influenced by all this minimal and all the British minimal vibe, especially labels like Fuse London and then Eastern Dubs with the standards and all this kind of British way of partying. But then my heart was always musically wise in Romania.
Love that.
And I say this openly because the best DJs and producers for me are in Romania.
Hey.
And the productions from the Romanians in minimal, they give me all these emotions similar to when you got stuck in the loop. it makes me dream. It makes me feel like, music can take you to another dimension. It's amazing.
Really can.
So one of the goals I would say I achieved was this one of playing at Soundwaves. And, I've already played 2 times there, and the third time is coming, and I established a good relationship with the guys. And it had really been my dream goal. Actually, when I kind of achieved it last year, I was like, now what's next?
Yes.
I mean, for me, what's next is to continue collaborating with Soundwaves, because I am so aligned with the crew and the music, and it's all about the music there.
Yes.
And you see all the DJs in the dance floor dancing, and it's less about the visuals. Of course, you can offer also that experience, but there the sound system is great. People are there to listen to music, to really learn new music. You don't hear the stuff that you're already hearing on the radio, or that people are not there to be filmed and hands up in the air.
Yeah.
It's all about the real, genuine stuff, which I really like.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what I live for. If I go to a festival and I hear something that I heard on the radio but slightly remixed, I'm a little bit disappointed, because then
it's like nothing new, right?
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, you can play music from the past, and I still do it. And a few weeks ago, I went to listen to Laurent Garnier, and he played music by Cerrone,
Yes.
So it's like, but you can insert it into the sets, but it should not be just mixes made of edits one after the other to get the crowd, wake up and put the hands up in the air, in my opinion.
I agree.
And in some ways you find this vibe, and I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you played Soundwaves. You've also been Ibiza, haven't you?
Yes, Ibiza was great last year,
Yeah.
and more things are coming this year.
Exciting.
Yeah, so last year I had my debut at Amnesia. I played at the Amnesia opening. So when I saw my name there, I was like, Amnesia is the club where I built the best memory of my life with my husband.
Yeah,
we were going all the time to Amnesia. Yeah, we were going. I mean, before I met him, I was going to Cocoon a lot. Yeah, and then I met him, and we started going to Musicon on Fridays. It was, amazing. And for me, Amnesia is the club. The club. And to open the terrace of my favorite club was a great, achievement. Yeah.
Yes.
That happened, and I played at Solid Groves, then I played at High, I played, Ushuaia. So High and Ushuaia are amazing clubs. Amnesia is an amazing club. Like Ibiza last year was really good for me.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what this year.
Yeah, it's coming. I can't say much, but
it's okay.
Watch out for some announcement.
We are eagerly watching and waiting to see what's next. But I think, so with this in mind, by any definition of an electronic music artist, you are a successful artist. You're up there, in my opinion.
Thank you.
And obviously through your track record. But yet, you mentioned earlier something about still working on self-confidence. And for me, it's like, what to work on? Look at you, first of all, but also look at your achievements and your success and everything. Tell me more about this piece and how you find maybe even the female experience in that space, let's say.
Yeah, so when you are a female, I believe there is a bit more of a judgment towards you, whether you do good things or bad things. And, I'm trying my best to have my own project, my label, help others. Still, I know that judgment can be there, and you need to be very careful about every move you make, because people, may just, point a finger at you, for anything. So I'm always trying to do my best in a genuine way. And I'm happy to say that I see that even the big DJs, they notice that. And sometimes I get messages of acknowledgement, like whether it is, Dubfire replying to an email where I send in promos telling me music of the label is great, or Alex Neri is a big DJ for Italy from this club Tenax, which is one of the best and serious clubs in Italy. A few weeks ago he sent me a nice message saying, continue, keep up the good work. So just messages about how I work, which help me a lot. But in general, self-confidence has been a big issue for me, because I'm a Virgo, so I tend to be very self-critical. Yeah. If things are not perfect, that 1% that is not perfect becomes the big problem,
I understand.
So, I really find, enjoyment and joy in seeing that people, are appreciating what I do. Not only the big DJs, but also people from my community. And I enjoy seeing them flourish. And this is helping also my self-confidence. So it's a win-win situation, to use kind of business terms. But it's really like that, because I feel that I'm doing something good for the community, and I see people are happy, and then I feel like, okay, so I'm not so bad as maybe sometimes I feel that I am, you know? Yeah, and I actually watched once another podcast, and from this manager, she has managed big DJs, and she says, you know, even when you're a headliner, the problem will still be there. You will always, you know, if you're ambitious, you will always think you can do better or you can, you know, improve. And actually, I'm learning now to see that as a push for me to do, you know, to improve and to do better and better. But I know it's always going to be there, and you constantly need to work on the self-confidence. Yeah.
That's a really good point. In the previous episode, Carla and Tracy and I, so my previous guests, we were talking about self-confidence, but also managing nerves and managing anxiety when you're just about to perform. And we were talking about the fact that it doesn't really matter whether it's your first gig or you've done 1,000 or you're playing somewhere underground or you're playing Ibiza. It's still, the nerves are still there.
Always.
How do you tend to manage? What do you find that would be the most successful techniques for you to manage that kind of anxiety?
I think I will always have it.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay.
Even yesterday, I was filming myself alone, playing with vinyls in a studio. I could have stopped any moment, you know, to remake the take, and still I was nervous. I was like, even if I don't have anyone in front of me, when I'm, you know, in front of people, I still get nervous. So there was a period at the beginning where I would like do some kind of meditation before the gigs. Yeah. Now I've just learned to just go, and I know that the first 5 minutes will, no matter what, I can meditate as much as I want, but I will always be nervous, you know?
Honestly, I so agree.
So the moment where I'm like letting myself go and not caring so much, and just I try to see it as a, you know, me and the music. And then I don't know if you ever watched that movie Soul by Pixar.
Yes.
Yeah, you know that in that moment there is, you know, the guy gets inspired and improvises, and suddenly the magic starts.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when the best happens to me, when I play and I let myself, you know, go, and I don't care anymore about, are these people enjoying what I'm doing? I don't know. Am I properly, you know, looking okay? Are my headphones working? Because these are the million questions that go through my, you know, is the USB working? Is the, you know, million questions. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I just let myself go. Me and the music are one. And then suddenly also the dance floor is one with me.
Yes.
It's crazy, no?
Yeah. I totally agree with you. It's so magical. This is exactly what happens to me as well. And I actually have to say, so I had this gig at Glitchtopia. Shout out Tracy and Carla. So I was closing for Glitchtopia. It's a queer techno night. It's a really, really cool. And I was obviously nervous. And even though I was there from the start and I knew mostly everyone, it's almost like everyone could see me naked. But also, I don't really have a problem walking around. Anyway, I'm deviating. So I got in and I started, and then it was almost like, what is this controller? Even though obviously I've played on zones before. Oh, 2 mids. Oh, 1 low and 1 high mid, or medium mid, or whatever. Anyway, I was panicking. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to focus on my looping. And then I was looping in and out, and then I was adding another effect, and then I really got into the flow of it. And I was so in the flow of it, and then I look up, and people were going nuts. Nuts everywhere. Everyone came out from everywhere, from the smoking areas, from the toilets, from sitting down on the sofa. Everyone was at the front, screaming, dancing. It was the most magical experience I've ever had. And I still, honestly, it's been 2 weeks ago. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it's
like that you can't sleep almost.
I couldn't sleep for 2 days. And I sober rave as well. So I was like, it was just the pure excitement of the music. So I'm with you. I'm with you. And especially for perfectionists, it's such a good,
for
healthy
me, it's a way to let go, because otherwise, you know, also I'm a mother, so that comes with the mental load.
Yeah.
Which means you wake up and you have a million things to do on top of, you know,
everything else,
whatever work related. Yeah. And you're so overwhelmed with thoughts all the time. Yeah. And this is the time when I really let go. I'm like, yes, you know, it's amazing. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, we have a lot in common. I'm a border collie mother, so I'm not the mother. But I really understand that you have your daily pressures, and this is such a way of releasing in a way, but also getting more in touch with yourself, but also letting go. It's
exactly
paradigmatic, but nice. So you're a mother.
Yeah.
You're a female, you're a mother, and you are doing so well in your music career. Tell us how you manage this and what's your experience as a woman and as a mother in the industry.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, it's something that I've been doing full time only since 2 years.
Yeah.
But I've actually trained to get used to do it. So I remember the last year I was at Google. I was already traveling a lot during the weekends, and I would like train myself whenever I was playing. Like, say that my slot was 2 to 4 a.m. I would go to sleep and then show up to play and then go back to sleep. So I did a lot of sleep training when it was needed, and also I got used to like no drink like sober raving, and this has helped me a lot because also with my husband I kind of got the trust by him that I could do this professionally. Yeah. So now he's really helping me a lot when I'm not around in the weekends, while I'm the kind of, taking the lead during the week because he has an office job Monday to Friday. We are really equal in the way in which we work together. We're a team.
Nice.
And that's a joint project. It has always been like that. And that's why my DJ surname is Lazic, because I've always felt that without him, it would make no sense, to be honest. Yeah. And in the same way, I'm trying, to combine when possible and to show, to my daughter that you can make your passion a job, and you can, we're so used to have been taught that you need to have, the usual jobs, especially in Italy. Everyone, is a lawyer. There are a lot of lawyers in Italy, by the way, and if you're not
In
working,
Romania
in
and
the office, then okay, you should not do anything else in life. While artists are like, like wasting their time. For me, it's actually the opposite, like you're wasting your life if you're not doing something about your passion, right? So I'm trying to give this example to my daughter, and it's demanding because a lot of times I have a gig and then maybe I have the flight in the morning because I want to be on the Sunday here to spend the Sunday with my daughter. But now I got used to it, and actually I'm very proud that I got a very good routine. Like I wake up with my husband 6 a.m. because he needs to be in the office early. He does finance job, so he needs to be there when the market opens. Yeah. So we wake up at 6. I do some, Pilates or something at home, like to keep in shape. I bring my daughter to school. Then I walk back home and then I work, during the day on the million things.
I was going to say, all your projects.
Then I go to pick her up and then I spend time with them and then back to sleep early. So the week for me is very calm, family time. Yeah. And then the weekend is, traveling, but this in a disciplined way. And, honestly, many people connect the profession of the DJ as, partying after parties. First of all, I'm 38. I don't think I can handle that life. I would, die.
I'm with you.
Yeah. And second, I'm very happy the way I do it. So why, I'm not embracing that lifestyle of after parties all the time. I mean, sometimes it happens, don't get me wrong. But it's not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is more balanced and I'm happy like that. And every artist should do whatever works well for them.
Yes. So, yeah. That's so, my gosh, you've given such important key messages here. Yeah. Two things that come up for me from what you're telling me. So number one, you can be a mother but also you can follow your passions and that's okay. And you can succeed in it and don't be scared. And I think even though you're saying you're focusing on teaching your daughter that, I think you're teaching all of us that. Because
thank you.
Some people, myself included, I never thought... music has always been a passion for me. I have musicians in my family. Shout out my cousin Anna. So Anna and I, my cousin, we're like sisters. We grew up together. She's a full-on diva and legend in Romania, and I have so much respect for her, but I never thought I would do it. I just thought I need to do the serious stuff, the serious stable stuff. And you really, I think you've had more of an impact on me than you think you had, in the most positive way, because you showed me that it's possible. And that's why I wanted you to be here and share, because
I feel really
it's the truth.
Honored of these words. Thank you so much.
It's the truth. And I'm hoping all our viewers know that it is possible and anyone can do it. You just got to believe in yourself and do the steps. Just do the
you need
steps.
to start from somewhere. That's what I'm saying always to my students. I'm like, start from somewhere. The first time I started posting videos of myself playing. They were terrible, like this camera over the, a controller at home.
Yeah.
But people were sending me messages, this looks amazing, especially females,
Yeah.
I want to start as well. It's so cool that you're a mom and you're starting to play.
Yes.
At the time, there were less DJs than now, to be honest. Yeah. But, I started somewhere, and everything I do, like even my label, I just started somewhere. It was not perfect at the beginning, and then I'm improving it. The Lazic Academy used to be called Mentor Zik, and then it turned into Lazic Academy,
Yeah.
So things are developing.
Yes.
But you need to start somewhere, and it's not always gonna be amazing. Now I'm doing events. I'm hoping that they're all gonna be amazing, but sometimes things may not be 100% perfect. Who cares? Just put yourself out there. Yeah. Yes.
So that brings me to a question I had. I get a lot of questions for some of our Flinta viewers around exactly what you're saying. What do I do? There's one thing of starting it, but then could I actually do this full time? Could I do this and sustain myself and be successful in my field? So what would be let's say the 3 things you would advise people to do to follow your path, let's say?
Well, first of all, yes, you just need to start. Exactly. Yeah. Start somewhere. Yes. Surround yourself with people that can support you and that believe in you. And I'm seeing that now, for example, I have an upcoming event for my own label at Milan Design Week in a few days. Yeah.
Milan Design Week. That's so exciting.
It's amazing. Yes. Again, I put myself, out of my comfort zone. I was like, shall I do this? This is very ambitious,
Yeah.
And then I got my friend that she has, a skincare brand, and she's like, I believe that this is amazing. Let's join forces and let's show that you can bring electronic music and skincare together. So she's one of the people that, is surrounding me and believes in me. My manager, Grace, she came, I always say she fell from the sky like my husband, met her at a wedding, nothing to do with electronic music.
Yeah.
And we started working together. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, that thing of surrounding yourself with the people who believe in you and are on your same wavelength.
Yes.
I'm surrounded by people, and sometimes I know that maybe, these are not the people that really, really believe in me, So that's important because it's going to help you also with believing in what you do. And then this leads me to the third one, to believe that you can get there. Because if you have negative thoughts all the time, and I'm a Virgo, so I tend to be pessimistic, I'm honest. But the moment when I'm like, this event in Design Week, I look at it, it's going to be good, And then the label, no matter what, it's going to go and it's going to grow. It's happening, So if you have that mindset that, yes, you see a path. And I always advise to write down list of things that are your goals. Like Soundwaves was in my list of goals. The moment you write it down as a goal, suddenly you see it. And I know that now manifesting is a big topic and very popular, but it's really like that. If you write down things, you already have them in your brain, and your brain starts attracting the right vibes from the universe.
I agree.
And
with
then maybe not doesn't come tomorrow, but then you start taking the small steps towards that somehow, and then eventually it happens. Soundwaves, actually.
Yeah.
I really believe that the fact that I started posting these videos of myself playing with vinyls, and initially I was like, the Romanians are gonna think that I'm an influencer and that I'm posting stuff on social media in a world that is vinyl only. They're gonna hate me, Yeah. But then I was like, actually no, I'm actually helping underground labels get a bit discovered by people from my, community, which are underground people, And I saw that then this label started following me and this other label, and then they asked me demos, and then I started signing with this small label, this other label, and then I started getting, attention from this community, which I really, really esteem. And now I'm very proud that people like, I don't know, Devalta, Sep, Nuzau, all the Romanians that before for me were like impossible to even talk to. Now, I know that they follow me, and the Sep and Nuzau have remixed me, like we are in a great relationship.
That's
and it all
amazing.
came because I was like, okay, putting myself out there, starting somewhere. There may be the fear of judgment, especially for females, and I say, but somehow you can tweak it in a way that looks still genuine, if it is genuine,
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
things
love
come
that.
eventually. Yeah.
Well, so put yourself out there. Just start. Surround yourself by the right people.
Exactly. And the mindset also.
And the mindset, which I agree with you, is so important. So important. I have a lot to say on that topic, but we'll save it for another time. But yeah, I'm totally on your wavelength. I'm more of a positive person. So even if there's this avalanche coming towards me, I'm like, it's okay. I'll just keep myself out of it. But I'm an optimist. So I'm always like, this road is closed. This road is closed. There's a tiny window there.
Yes.
I shall take that window out there. It's I'm with you, and I think that's how you kind of fell out of the sky for me from a WhatsApp group. Then I just started to be surrounded by incredible people. And to be honest, if I think about day one of meeting you and where I am now, it's quite unbelievable. And I've never thought that was possible. So
look,
guys, just start doing things, okay? Just start doing things.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so I think we might probably be nearing the end of our interview, but I do have 2 more very short questions.
Of course.
So one, what are your, other than Design Week, what else is upcoming for you that you'd like to share with our viewers?
Of course. So I'm launching a new format. I can't say much about it, but it's all about like secrecy. So watch this space. Yes, I'm very proud of it.
Secrecy.
Yeah, so
I love a secret.
Watch this space because this format is coming soon through Lazic.
Exciting.
Then I'm also organizing more showcases, one in Amsterdam, end of June at the Adam Tower.
Wow.
Sick location. Yes. Yeah. And then I'm also doing Sonar. We're hosting a Lazic Academy workshop.
Sonar.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and then more to come on the Lazic front.
She's flying. She's flying, everyone.
Again, I'm just putting myself out there.
Yes, you are.
And then, of course, many shows. I'm going to play again at Amnesia and, High, all these kind of clubs. Yes, DC10, all these kind of clubs. Yeah.
I'm so excited
Sonar
for
will be big for me. I play at Metamorphosis, which is the club by the party by Joseph Capriati. Yes.
I know Joseph Capriati. Yes. Oh, you're
Italians
up there.
love him. Yeah.
You're up there. I would say a final question, and I know we can probably debate this forever and ever, but there's a lot of controversy around social media, as in some people are complaining and saying, oh, only influencers make it, or oh, you have to be on it every single day, all day long in order to do something, or people don't even look at you unless you have a following.
Yeah.
But it also, there's the other bit, which is it's a tool where you can get yourself out there that makes it more flexible. The way that I see it is actually more flexible, because it means that if people connect with you as a person online, they'll come and meet you because they connect with you. So it's not necessarily... So anyway, what is your view? Where do you stand on the social media piece?
It is an important tool. If you're not active there, sorry, but in 2025, you won't get, you may be an amazing selector that plays at super underground situations, but I think it's not sustainable. Like, I think I started from a point where I started DJing when I was a mother. So I was already, from the perspective, limited. I couldn't go to all the festivals and, network behind the booth. I couldn't do that. So my only way was to use the social media to make myself seen by people. And by seen, I don't mean that I was there dressed like a clown and, doing some crazy stuff, I was just telling my story that is, just me. The mother that started DJing. I've always loved music, spreading certain type of music into certain type of artists. I started doing these vinyl pics, videos.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this... Actually, I believe that this was something that allowed me to get respect from the Soundwaves guys, rather than being judged.
Yeah.
So, you can use social media in a way that is genuine and communicate your story.
Yes.
And in parallel, you need to tell a story when you play with your music. And social media is a powerful tool in that perspective. So don't get obsessed about, I need to post every day at this time of the day. That's bullshit for me. Sorry for using this word. But
That's okay.
Just tell your story through a powerful medium where, anyone in the world can find you. And I was so happy when I went the first time to Montreal to play. Never been to Montreal, in Canada, first time. People knew me and they knew my music also thanks to social media.
Yes.
Come on. So, it is powerful and it's amazing, right? Yeah.
I agree. I think we need to see, I think it makes things more seen. I agree. I think I use social media a lot. I have a full-time job. I have a colleague. I have a lot going on. But it's also allowed me to look after my health a bit more because it meant I don't have to be out all the time.
Yeah.
I love being out, but there's
Exactly,
a balance
yeah.
is important.
Yeah, also similarly, that's something that I'm doing and I advise people to do it. If you see that certain trends that are happening on social media are making you feel bad, for example, I see some profiles or some people that may not be aligned with my, frequencies. I stop following or I hide, I do my thing. I follow the ones that are an example for me. Sometimes I take breaks, 1 or 2 days where I just switch off. So you can set limits and it requires discipline in the same way as, I see a lot of DJs that are stopping to drink and they openly talk about it,
Nice.
X months, alcohol free. Amazing,
I love
In the
that.
same way, social media, you should set the boundaries. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Such powerful messaging from you. I'm going to be charged. My cup is full now. Thank you so much, Cristina.
Thank you.
It's been an honor and a pleasure to have you. And I am really excited to follow you and see what happens next. And who knows, maybe we do a little collab one day.
For sure. Yes.
But
thank you for having me. Thank you.
And I think that's a wrap.
Ciao.
Let's go.
It could be the end. I never stop dancing. It could be the end. It could be the end. It could be the end.
Wow, 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 wow. Honestly, I was feeling so sophisticated, dancing. I was already on a boat, sipping on a fabulous cocktail. Yeah, sunset vibes.
Yes.
I was actually at the experimental cocktail club in Ibiza.
Yes.
At sunset.
That's kind of vibes. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Cristina. This is
you.
beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell us quickly how we can find you on socials?
Yes, of course. Well, you can find me on, all my socials as Cristina Lazic, Lazic, Cristina with no H. Everyone makes the mistake of writing my name with the H. And, or Lazic, L-A, and then another word, Z-I-C. Yeah, and the music you heard now was all from Lazic, by the way.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So you've heard it all here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And reach out to Cristina if you have questions, if you have anything, or to us. We're here for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
We got